When it is said that everything, no matter what it is forever empty awareness, it means exactly that. Everything, no matter what it is forever empty awareness. Nothing whatsoever needs to change. So it doesn't matter what the thoughts are. It doesn't matter what the emotions are. It doesn't matter what the experiences are. Nothing needs to change at all. The unalterable rest, completely undistracted rest as awareness is always the case. It's always already the case. So if we think even for an instant that any of our thoughts need to change or any of our emotions need to change or any of our experiences need to change in order to rest as awareness, then we'll be very far from that because nothing whatsoever needs to change. So when living Buddhas say or write that for all of my life, the 5 passions raged in me, they're not saying I acted out and was distracted by the 5 passions. They're saying nothing needs to change. Nothing whatsoever needs to change. It's in the undistractedness of everything that appears just as it is that timeless wisdom and love and tremendous energy are realized. So most of us, we get into this mental exhaustion, state of mental exhaustion of just trying to change our thoughts into good thoughts so we can find happiness, of changing our emotions into good emotions so we can find happiness. But all that is exhaustion. It's not happiness. We'll never find happiness through that approach. The unalterable happiness is the happiness of awareness that isn't distracted by whatever appears. It's the forever empty awareness that isn't even distracted by distraction. So you see all these mental games of saying, oh, I have to make my thoughts just that way, or I have to understand this business of resting as awareness intellectually, or how does it fit in with other philosophies? All that, it just leads us very far from resting as awareness. When we rest as awareness, then we really start to see the essence of everything as it is. And you could even come here to this room, say at least 6 times, and just think that this was the weirdest, most ridiculous thing you have ever heard, and somehow it will start to work in you. Somehow it will start to work in you. It will be obvious in your own experience that what is talked about here is absolutely real. So I see this happen over and over again. And so the traditionally it's said that it's possible to communicate the reality of who we are in many different ways. So it can be communicated through speech, and it can be received through hearing. It can be communicated through gestures. It can be communicated simply by the one who abides as flawless awareness in a way that is fully evident and obvious at all times by just thinking about someone else. It can be communicated by just having the sight of someone who is abiding as flawless awareness. In other words, just seeing them. That there are very powerful ways of this being communicated that can't possibly be understood through thinking about it. So the reality of living our lives based upon the points of view that occur within all-encompassing awareness is that we spend all of our lives in kind of an ordinary robotic type of existence, just a mechanical sort of existence of constantly sorting out thoughts, emotions, and experiences. So this is why it is said that this is a state of unlove, because we're not meant to be with ourselves in that way. That's why it's a state of unlove. We're not meant to be flogging ourselves. Do you know what flogging is? And whipping ourselves every moment of our life, trying to sort out all of our thinking and all of our emotions, and accumulating more good thoughts and accumulating more good emotions, because none of this needs to change. There's nothing that can be done about it. Anything that we're trying to do about it in resting as awareness, whatever we're seeking to do about our thoughts and emotions, will be found in resting as awareness. So this is very good news. This is why it's called wisdom, because the source of all knowing is found in the simplicity of what's looking. The total simplicity of what's looking, the total love of what's looking. The appearances, no matter what they are forever empty. They're forever stainless. They're forever flawless. So if we attempt to make them into something that is stained or flawed, or better or worse, then we'll be very far from realizing our own flawless nature. So, really, you don't have to do anything. I say rest is awareness, but you really don't even have to do that. Just relax. Come here and relax. And after a while, you'll go, I was happy for 5 minutes today, and I've never been happy in my life. Everyone's always complained about it, but suddenly I'm happy for 5 minutes. How did this come about? So you see, what is. It doesn't need to be manipulated in any way to have it come about. And even if your thoughts continue to do their acrobatics and gymnastics, whatever they're doing in there, don't worry about it.